Hello, you are listening to Between Sets. This is Fuzz. I don't know why I was waiting for you then. I've obviously had a drink.
That's all you. And I'm Mike.
How are you?
Welcome. I'm good. How are you?
Yes, welcome to the Christmas special, guys. Welcome to the Christmas special. I feel like it's very half Christmas special, half Mike at this point. If you're watching on YouTube, anyway, because
I mean,
someone's shat out and sneezed Christmas on one side of the screen, and he's just turned up in his Gymshark outfit.
Yeah. So I did have a little search, and that one Christmas jumper, which wasn't overly Christmassy, it's gone. What have you got there?
So it's not a pint of Baileys. It looks like it's a pint of Baileys.
No,
I kind of wish it was
a beard now.
Yeah, that is. It's called the splash zone. That's what happens.
You are wearing that Baileys.
No. It's I do you know what? I discovered this on holiday this year. It's just basically like Baileys, Tia Maria, and black coffee, like a shot of espresso sort of thing.
Yeah, beautiful.
Really good. It is good.
Yeah.
But I've got a pint of it, which is obviously quite intense. But Merry fucking Christmas. Sorry.
I mean, there's a cocktail that I think you would like. Have you ever tried a Black Russian?
Look, I got a married man, Mike. I'm a married man.
Okay, fine.
Do you get Black Russians?
Yeah. So Black Russian is kind of the famous one, right? Where it's
we're talking about drinks now, right?
Oh shit! What's the film? It's Big Lebowski. You seen that?
No. Mike Wazowski. I've seen him. I've seen him as Monsters Inc.
Yeah, it's no, Big Lebowski.
I don't know who that is, mate.
It's basically cream and vodka essentially,
okay.
Which is good. But the Black Russian is let me get this right. It's Tia Maria, vodka, and a dash of Coke.
Vodka, like I feel like vodka with anything is quite intense. Baileys and Tia Maria, you're looking at it's more like a baby's drink.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you add vodka, that's like hardcore shit, isn't it?
Well, Baileys and Tia Maria, if you have that as a shot, that's a baby Guinness, which is delightful if no one's ever tried.
I basically just got a pint of baby Guinness, theoretically.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. I mean, that's going to kick your ass. But yeah, Black Russian, you do not taste the alcohol in it, like at all. They're so dangerous, and I had a very bad experience one New Year's Eve with.
So what have you got? Have you got anything? Am I just carrying the team here?
I've gone proper basic bitch. I don't know if you can see the color of that. Is
this what we had last time?
Really good. No, slightly different. This is a more fruity punch.
By the way, people that aren't watching on YouTube, he's not pointing to his wife. It's a drink. He's called basic bitch. So what's inside it?
It's a raspberry vodka with a fruit punch and some lime juice, basically.
Wow.
I'm going to introduce our special guest, who you might have heard up till now. I'm not sure.
Special guest?
Just, she tends to steal the show whenever I've done videos.
I was going to say, your pussy.
Yeah.
For the people listening.
My little ginge. There we go.
There's a cat, by the way.
Any purring that you happen to hear, there you go.
I just can't stand cats.
One of two. Why?
But
I think what you need to understand about cats is why cat owners kind of like them. It's like dogs will like anyone, right? You don't have to do much to win the affection of a dog. Cats.
That's why I love it.
It's work. Cats is work, but when you do get that affection, it's like okay, yeah, I'm the chosen one.
But the affection is just sitting on your lap. Whereas my dogs, they lick me to death, and I like it. I like being licked.
I mean, whatever floats your boat, dude. Whatever works for you.
Anyway, quick Christmas special. Let's talk about
as well. Yeah, go on.
Little massage. Is that why you've started massaging? Is it?
Yeah, I'm just
inspired by your own
cat massage.
Nice.
I basically just leave the room and leave a cat on their back.
Is that what happens? Is it? That'd be quite a niche. It's like the next level to a cat cafe.
I think that'd be quite popular actually. I might see where we go with that.
Anyway, right. Christmas special. Let's talk
Christmas. Yes.
I'm assuming that's part of your agenda as well.
100%.
Because we don't even talk about what the agenda is anymore. We just kind of go with it.
We have no agenda. We just chat shit. And it gets worse when we drink.
I've actually got a list. I look like I'm obsessed with Christmas. I can't even say it.
Yeah.
I don't like I'm obsessed with Christmas. I'm not. I'm doing it for the content, guys. Okay. I'm not Christmas mad, But now I've got a kid, I guess like you kind of feel a bit more influenced by it all. But let's talk
Yeah.
Christmas traditions, shall we? Have you got any Christmas sort of traditions you do every year with your wife or family or cats?
No, I mean,
Come on, do you have cat outfits? You must do. No, for the
no,
cats,
they would
not.
no. My cats are not the type to tolerate that shit. Like, I'd lose an arm.
Okay.
No, I mean, my Christmas tradition, I suppose, I will say it's not my wife's. She's far too civilized. I just eat, and we've had this discussion before. Like, I'm not the biggest person in the world, and people sometimes, I think when I say that I eat a lot, people don't necessarily like take it to heart. They don't really understand it. But I'll eat a Christmas tray before breakfast, like on Christmas Day, and it
What's a
basically
Christmas
follows
tray?
that. I'm like your dairy milk, like you get your Freddo, you get your Chomp,
Oh yeah, I've not had one
one
of
of
them
those.
since I was like 6. Who's buying you them? You buying it for yourself?
Yeah, I'm an adult now. I do what I want.
I do what I want now. This is
No
mine.
one's telling me not to. But yeah, that will get sunk like before or as I'm eating breakfast, and it basically follows a theme of sweet savoury as I'm going through the day. There's not really a moment where I'm not eating, aside from the drive to whichever residence I happen to be residing
Okay.
at for the day.
Have you ever had a? I'm assuming COVID potentially, but have you ever had a Christmas with just at home with you and your wife and the
Yeah,
5 cats?
just the one, and it was during COVID, and I'll be honest, I really enjoyed it. Honestly, I really did. Like
It's nice, isn't
that's the
it?
only time I've ever actually cooked Christmas dinner, which is a strange thing to say, but I quite like cooking and I quite like eating, so it was good fun. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, we decided to have a Christmas alone. We just decided, coincidentally, the year before COVID, we were like, right,
Okay.
we're just gonna just stay in our onesies, just have a Christmas alone.
Yeah.
And then obviously the following year was COVID. We were like, oh, 2 for 2, boom.
Yeah. Now
But
this is
it's good.
happening. Yeah.
Like, because for us,
Yeah.
obviously, we're driving all the way to Milton Keynes, so it's quite a long journey.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
last year, we decided to drive back on the same day just because of Ted.
Oh no.
So it is,
No,
yeah,
no.
driving there and back on the same day. One of those
Yeah,
things
fuck
you got
that.
to do. But this year we're at
I
home.
don't
It's nice.
I don't think I've ever asked. Is your wife's family like is she from Milton Keynes with you? Is she more
Yeah, yeah,
local?
yeah. We're all Milton Keeners, mate. We're roundabouters. I don't know why I'm saying that like I'm from Cornwall.
Yeah, I don't think we ever got onto this topic. So why are you here? In the nicest possible way.
I tell you what, fuck you.
Like, how did you end up here?
Long story short, my wife applied for a training contract to be a lawyer
Okay.
across the country, and we were already together a few months at this point, and she got offered a training contract in Kent, and we were like,
Yeah,
she told me, and I'm like, well, I'm following you because
fair enough.
I am quite an unattractive man, and I'm quite lucky to have you, and I will follow you even if you went to the other side of the world.
That's a great call. Well done, that
It
man.
is, yeah.
He bagged himself an attractive solicitor, saw the money signs, and thought, "I'm not doing
Yeah.
any better.
I honestly
I'm
thought I'd be a
attached."
house husband by now, but fucking hell. Are we up,
I
woman?
love that.
No.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, come on, you need to
No.
step up now. Come on.
But the thing is, when you're married to someone who's very smart and really is hardworking,
Mhm.
you're influenced by it. And I don't know where I'd be without
No, yeah,
her.
for sure. No, I completely get that, and my wife says exactly the same thing.
But I think we're definitely coming off the Christmas subject here, so maybe we should put a pin in that for the next episode.
Humbug. Let's talk about money, Scrooge.
Yeah. Where was we? Traditions, right? Yeah. So what's your tradition?
Yes.
Just eat, like every day. We
Yeah,
eat.
I don't.
Like,
I'm pretty boring to be honest. Like I
do you
really
save
value
certain
not
things?
having to do much.
Do you save certain foods or snacks for Christmas? Like you only eat them at Christmas because they're very high in calories.
We have a kind of it's not a traditional breakfast, but it's like our traditional breakfast. That makes sense because me and my wife we always have breakfast at home. We're never at someone's house for breakfast, and it's not a fancy one. To be honest, it's just bacon bagels. We'll have some like croissants or like pan au chocolat, that type of thing. Um,
What time are we having this?
I mean, it depends what time we wake up. To be honest, like what I've been doing the night before. Um, like 7, half 7. That's a real lay-in for me.
7:30 for breakfast.
Yeah.
You haven't even got kids yet. Wow.
I'm sorry if you hear that, by the way. There's a cat attacking something.
I can't hear anything.
It's slightly concerning because there's presence which she could well be attacking at this point. I'm not sure if it is that because I can't quite see.
Did you want to get up and we'll pause? We'll pause the podcast for a pussy
At this point,
emergency.
you're basically in the room, so why not? No, it's fine. I
Okay.
had suspicions she might be in the tree, but she's not. She hasn't done that yet.
Has that happened yet? No. Okay.
When we first got her and we had first Christmas, she was well in the tree, like she was perched at the top. She's okay at the moment.
Cool. Have you got any like Boxing Day traditions or?
So we will generally go. Obviously, two families. We'll spend one day at one and one day at the others. No, again, Boxing Day. The one thing I really look forward to. It's not the Christmas dinner. It's not presents. I really look forward to my leftover turkey sandwich.
I think that's the norm. That is a normal
is,
British
but-
thing.
At no point in time do you ever have just like a proper turkey sandwich. And we're talking like get some stuffing in there. If there's any pigs in blankets, by some miracle, get them in there. You know, cranberry sauce, whatever. Like, but it's got to be a proper. I'm talking.
You're a
it's gotta be
cranberry sauce
thick.
guy.
I mean, yeah.
See, do you know what I love? Like, if there is any leftover turkey, we don't even have this in the house, but pickle
Okay.
turkey sandwich.
No, yeah, I can see it. Oh,
Can
she's
you?
attacking a penguin.
Oh,
Fuck's
okay,
sake.
a real one?
No, it's like this little Christmas decorative penguin that she's nabbed from somewhere. What about you? Christmas traditions? Talk to me.
Sorry, I'm so phlegmy. Like I'm still ill, Mike. Probably sounds like someone's holding my nose. 1 second. Wow, that was gorgeous for the listeners, right in the ear. Anyway,
Lovely. I feel violated. That was like in
Christmas
my
traditions. Yeah, sorry about that. Do you know what? Like, we definitely had Christmas traditions in a way where because with my family sort of thing, like we'd always see my family on Christmas Day and then her family on Boxing Day. That was kind of like the norm thing until recently. But we had this tradition where people would throw food at me and I would catch it in my mouth like a performing seal.
Now, I have questions because
Okay.
I want to know how I get.
To be honest with you, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like, okay. So is this like kind of a Pavlovian thing where you've made them think that they're irritating you by throwing you food? Or are you like celebrating this? Like, yeah, come on, feed me, because I know which category I'd fall under.
So I don't know what it is, but when I was a kid, like a proper kid, I just developed the skill very early. I think. Do you remember when? Do you remember the Mr. Bean movie where he would throw Skittles or M&Ms in the air and would catch them in his mouth?
Yes.
I was very young at this age, right? I'm not sure how old I was, but I'd say less than 10. I developed that skill because of that movie, and to be honest with you, even to this day, I'm pretty skillful at it. It's definitely like a pub trick.
Yeah.
But obviously, my family are fully aware of it. So every Christmas, they would throw sprouts and like pigs in blankets in my face, and I'd say 9 out of 10 times I catch them, unless they lob it at me, and then I take offence.
Does the food get progressively larger / more dangerous?
I would say, knowing my dad, 100%. That's why we wait. That's why I wait until everyone's finished their food, so the big stuff's gone. Otherwise, I'm probably getting a full turkey pelted right at my noggin.
You know, at a certain point, like a sharp roast potato or like just a bit of
A
flaming
sharp
Christmas
one,
pudding.
like we're in jail, like they've sharpened the
Just like-
potato.
Juggling some flaming Christmas puddings and just start lobbing them up in the air and see what happens.
It kind of gets to that. I think they wait until they fail. So sometimes I fail early on purpose because I'm just like, I'm not really in the mood for this.
Yeah,
but then I'm like, I'm going to prove them, like, I can do this. I can be a seal.
I mean, I feel like we need a clip of this for the new year. We need to see this.
Okay. If more than 10 people ask for it, I will record it tomorrow. Not tomorrow. When's Christmas? Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monday. How's your Baileys treating you?
It's not. Yeah, it's nice. The thing is, I drink so quickly. Like, I would be drinking quicker than this if we weren't talking. This thing would be gone by now.
Yeah, fair.
And then Boxing Day. Yeah, Boxing Day. Me and my wife used to have a tradition where we would literally just spend the whole day in our onesies. But I think we've like reached that age now where like if we were seen in our onesies after 30 years of age, it's more. I feel like I'm doing like a midlife crisis sort of thing. I don't think I've been in my
fact
onesie.
For you.
Yeah,
I say fun. I've never owned a onesie.
That's obvious, mate. You haven't even got a Christmas jumper on.
Yeah.
You are.
Am I that guy?
You are that guy. You are quite boring, Mike.
Yeah.
The more I get to know you.
not deliberately opposed to fun, just not fussed if it happens or not.
I would love to see you without your wife. I think you would be just the fucking absolute mess in the
Yeah,
nicest possible way.
I really do realize this. Like, there's no one telling me not to eat shit all the time. So, like, the only reason I actually cook viable meals for dinner is because I'm cooking for two people. Do you get this? Like,
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. We talked about this
otherwise,
in
I just
another
eat
podcast.
bollocks. I would eat absolute shit constantly.
I'm hoping not literal, like you're in the
Yeah,
jungle.
yeah.
Are you a lazy
Okay.
chef? Would you say? Because I'm the same. I used to be definitely. Like if we used to keep
So,
microwavable meals.
yeah, if I'm cooking for myself, 100%. There is no like I'll eat the same food every single day
Mm.
quite happily. If I'm cooking for someone else, I tend to put in more effort. Like I make it look quite nice or all this kind of stuff. So
It's a bit
I try
like
to anyway.
it's a bit like getting your car washed, isn't it? Like you end up ordering a takeaway, don't you?
Mm,
Most of the time when you're by yourself, and it still takes an hour to get there. And within that hour, you could have easily cooked your dinner and
yep,
eaten it. It's like getting
yep.
your car washed, right? It's like you go into get your car washed. It takes fucking ages. You could be at home washing your own bloody car. That's how lazy we are as
Oh yeah,
humans. We have the
yep.
stuff. Most of us have a tap and some bloody car shampoo, and we never do it.
No,
Oh,
can't be
mate.
asked.
I don't know why I'm comparing that, but it's the same thing. It's just laziness.
I blame the UK weather, which is the
Oh,
most
yeah.
British thing I think I'll ever say. Because you wash your car, it'll be nice and clean for all of about 10 seconds. What is the point?
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I don't wash my dick. Anyway, we'll move on. I'm joking. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. I'm going to be known as Dirty Dick from now on. Anyway, Christmas movies. Shall we move on? What's your
Yes,
favorite
on
Christmas
that
movie?
subject.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to judge you based on your answer here.
The thing is, well, I'm not asking myself. You can answer first if you want. I've already asked you the question. Apologies
Go
for
on.
I feel getting more phlegmy. Is it Bailey's? Am I allergic to Bailey's?
I
By
think
now,
it's, yeah, I
surely I
mean,
would
it could
know.
just be getting stuck in the back of your throat, but um, Die Hard, Christmas film or no?
Well, Bruce Willis said himself it wasn't.
Bruce Willis is wrong.
Bruce Willis, the start of the movie, the one that was in the movie 99% of the time, he is completely wrong, mate. You know, what does he know? What the fuck does he know? He can
Why is he
barely
judging?
fit an event.
No,
What the
look,
fuck's wrong with this guy?
he was paid. He was paid to be in the film and to do his job. That's fine. It is up to everyone else whether that is a Christmas film or not.
Yeah, didn't it?
Simple as that.
Wasn't it when it was released? Wasn't it released at Christmas as well? Wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
it's released at Christmas. It is Christmas time in the film. It's a Christmas film,
yeah, you
and
can't argue with
everyone
that, can
watches
you?
it at Christmas. It's a Christmas film.
You can't argue with that.
He might not want it to be, but
The
it
thing is,
is.
like, there's so many Christmas films now where I feel like it needs to be categorized a bit because you can't just say Die Hard. Like, you can say, right, action Christmas film, yes, Die Hard.
Okay.
Comedy, Jingle All the Way. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the title.
Jingle
isn't
All
it?
the Way's up there. Yeah, that's a
That's a
great film.
comedy, and then like
My
heartfelt.
personal
I'd
favourite.
say, yeah.
My personal favourite. You're gonna know, based on this,
What?
The Grinch.
Based on this, is it? Because
Yeah.
you're lazy as fuck.
Basically.
When it comes to Christmas.
Enjoy
In fact, I've never
Christmas,
seen
but
you so
no.
lazy. During the year, you're so productive. You're like, you set the standard. And then as soon as it hits December, you're like, tell you what, fuck you.
Do you know what it is? I feel like I'm productive with things that I want to be productive with.
Yeah.
Do you get that?
I honestly do feel like once you've got a kid, or if you have a kid, you will be a completely different man in December.
Do you reckon?
Because you'll be living it through your child. Like, because when you were a kid, surely you weren't Grinch. Surely you when did, like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you still remember believing in Santa Claus?
I do. I feel like so you got to bear in mind, like we've discussed my my previous singing career, right?
Oh yeah.
So
I forgot you're a
to give you an
choir
idea
boy.
of yeah, so to give you an idea of what that looked like, so that was a singing scholarship that
I'm
I
more
had
interested in what
way
it
back in
sounded
the
like,
day.
to be honest. But carry on.
Like a fucking angel.
Because you don't look like a
But to give
singer.
you,
Sorry, no offense.
yeah,
You know
no,
Michael
that's fair.
Bublé, mate.
I didn't have a beard when I was younger. In fairness, you know.
Yeah, that would be
But
weird.
yeah, like to give you an idea of what Christmas looked like then, like I would be doing midnight mass at Christmas Eve. So I would be singing from 11 p.m. through till 1 p.m., generally speaking. Get home, go to sleep, get up in the morning, probably at like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
11 p.m. to 1 p.m. Do you mean 1 a.m.?
1 a.m. Yes, sorry. So
I was going to
Christmas
say,
morning,
fuck, that's
1
a
a.m.
lot of singing, mate. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. So then I would be back up in the morning at like 6:30 to actually have Christmas before we were back out the door to do like morning Christmas sermons on Christmas Day. And that
Are
would
you
go on for
religious, or was you
two.
religious?
I'm not, and I never have been.
Because I've never
Yeah,
heard even
but
I've not even heard the word sermons.
yeah, it's the whole thing. So yeah,
Oh, it
that would
is.
go on for about 2 hours, and then we would come home and then actually have proper Christmas Day then. But
Okay.
yeah, it was. But that was like a good few years of that essentially. So
Is that something that your parents sort of pushed you towards, or was that something that you kind of thought, I love Glee, I want to
uh,
get involved?
kind of. So I went to a private school when I was younger on the grounds that I had this singing scholarship. Um, I don't know how I got auditioned, probably the wrong word, but yeah. So back in the day, found out I could sing, and then you're just like, yeah, let's push that, and there I was. And both my younger brothers did it as well, so it's a family
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
That makes sense. I think, yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
really hard to
Christmas was not the
compare.
one.
Just going on back onto that movies, it is really hard to compare The Grinch. Like, let's just say comedy, right? Because I would say Jingle All the
Hmm.
Way is a comedy, right? You could
Yeah,
almost say action just because Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it. Put the
yeah,
cookie down. Would you say The Grinch is better than Jingle All the Way from a comedy
yes,
aspect?
yes,
It is
100%.
Jim Carrey, isn't it? And obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger is not a
Jim
comedian.
Carrey in that scene where he's in the cave by himself, like it's just comedy
It
genius.
is genius, to be fair. Yeah. One thing I've got on my list, right, that I've not really spoken to anyone about, and one thing that really I feel like it divides the nation, I would say, is
Right.
how you open your presents with your family. So
Okay.
my whole
This is
life,
interesting. Yeah.
this is my whole
Yeah.
life, because of my family, we would open our presents individually, right, and go round and open one by one, right? Not like one by one. The whole, like, one person opens all their presents and then it moves on. Like, you open up one present and the next person opens their present, and we
Yeah.
make like a whole morning of it, and it is really nice seeing people open their present, open like your present whenever it comes down to it. Feels lovely. People like reacting. It's almost like a box opening on YouTube, isn't it? Anyway, and then I met my wife, and we spent Christmas around hers quite early on in our relationship. And I was just like, slow the fuck down. Like, this, like, feral. Like, they're all opening their presents at the same time, showing no fucking appreciation. And I'm like, fucking slow down. Like, say thank you after each present, not just open every single one and go, oh yeah, I really like the necklace. I'm like, yeah, but what the fuck? What about my gift card, mate? Do you know what I mean? Oh, it
Yeah.
fucking winds me up. Sorry, I'm going to go off
Okay.
on one now.
So
Yeah, you talk, because I feel like I'm
I'm
going to fucking lose it.
I'm the exact opposite. So I've been raised in a household where we just open all at the same time. We're not that's not
Not
a fast
surprised.
process. Like it's deliberately slow. So I feel like I'm somewhere between the two. However, going from that into my other half's family, where they do near enough what you do to a larger extent, they're not just like gathering presents. Oh, God, this sounds like so spoiled, doesn't it? They're not just like gathering presents all in one go. They'll get one present out from the tree and hand it out, and get
Yeah,
one present from the tree and hand it out.
yeah, that's what we do.
Oh, good lord, good lord! Like you
Yeah,
got to bear
but
in mind,
you
right?
make a day of it. That's what it's about: gift giving and gift receiving.
Yes, but it's also about using the gifts, right? So let's imagine you have games that you want to play, and there's always like a Christmas game involved, right? If you're
Quite
spending
late at
4 hours,
night. Quite late at night in our family. It's when you've had a
no,
few drinks.
that should start relatively early on.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
realize you invented Christmas, but we but we wait until we're drunk, so we've got the patience to play Monopoly. Not Monopoly, fuck
Oh
that.
no,
On a
fuck
Christmas
that.
day, Jesus Christ.
Monopoly is not a Christmas game.
I
That is
remember we were quite
compromise.
young. I think I was like very early 20s when did you ever play Cards Against Humanity?
Hmm.
Fucking hell. Playing that for the first time with your
Yep.
family.
Yeah, that's a spicy one. I remember there was one year, it might have been 2 years ago or so. We got this fairly innocuous looking. It was kind of based on film and TV, right? And it was just like a question and answer sort of card game. We've still got it. I'm gonna have to look out what it is. But we went to my parents' house, and me and my wife were playing with my two brothers. My mum was prepping dinner, and she was kind of wandering in and out as we were playing this game. First couple of cards, relatively tame, and then it just got wrong really, really quickly. But there was nothing on this box of cards to say that it was in there. Nothing. There was no warning, and my mum was just like, "I don't know what to make of this." Like rude to the extreme. It
We're
was
talking about Cards Against
unbelievable.
Humanity.
It wasn't Cards Against
Oh,
Humanity.
okay.
I'll find what it is, but my God, it was bad.
I don't know. How do
Really,
you get? You
really
can't
bad.
get worse than Cards Against Humanity, surely.
It was pick your worst Cards Against Humanity card. It was on
Wow.
par. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know that one card with about cancerous remains?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know the one.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
racist cards and like as well. I just don't know how they got away with it because it's quite recent, really. Within 10 years.
I mean,
God knows.
it's one of these things. You can print something that's incredibly bad, but you're only a bad person if you laugh at it.
Yeah.
And everyone laughs at
Oh,
it.
yeah. Okay. Point the fingers at me then. All right, Mike. But yeah, so is there? How does it work with your friends and family? Do you do like Secret Santa? Do you buy everyone gifts?
Yeah, so with my wife's family, we do Secret Santa because she's got loads of siblings, basically,
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
it gets a little bit crazy otherwise. Um, and then with my family, there's not as many of us, so we kind of just buy gifts, I guess, on kind of a
Do you
budget.
do you make it aware each year like what the budget is? You sort that family where like right because I don't want to receive an Xbox and I'm giving you like a £10 car wash voucher.
It's never been like this written thing. Like we just decide. It's just kind of this is the general amount, I suppose.
Okay, cool. You
Yeah,
set it with a standard each year sort of thing.
yeah. What about you guys?
So yeah, we do. We would normally do Secret Santa because it makes sense. Like even though we've got quite a smallish family, it just at least then you can up the budget and then look at their wish list and actually put a bit more
Hmm.
thought and money into it. We would still
Yep,
put a budget of I think it was 50 quid,
yep,
but at least then you're not spending 250 quid on small shitty presents for everyone. But
yep,
obviously you've got the kids now. You've got my kid. I've got my nephews and stuff. So obviously they won't be included in it. You'll still buy them
yep.
gifts. But this year we decided not to do gifts, which was awesome. What we did instead was we just all got together, had a really nice meal. I said nice meal. It was still quite a cheap meal, but it's
Mm.
fucking expensive nowadays. If we went to a brewer's fair and it was still like 80 quid for just me and Becca and my kid. Like, but it's just nice to get everyone together. To be fair, I had a lot of food. I was a very hungry man. But yeah,
It's not
yeah.
like you.
Yeah. Christmas Day is like every day for me, mate. I wake up with a selection box.
Just inhaling food.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I can't get my head around like having this regimentally organized Christmas morning where it's like you're gonna open this present now, you're gonna open this present now. Like I'm still a big child.
Yeah. You
Like I
are.
think people are surprised by this because I try to come across as mature and civilized and put together, but I'm not.
Well, none
I'm
of
just
us
not.
are inside. You got to let it out every now and again, and Christmas is the perfect time.
Yeah.
Unless you're a pedo. But we'll move on.
Fucking hell. Where did that come from?
I've had a drink. Talking about drinks, Christmas drinks. What sort of thing are you drinking on Christmas Day?
I've not bought anything yet. I need to because
Have you not got your shopping yet?
yeah, we've got stuff for like Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day we're not here, so I need to just I'll probably pick something up tomorrow.
Are you relying on
I'm
your
not sure what.
family? Love it.
Nah, I'll probably just buy like ciders. I've got I think I have gin. Maybe. I might have gin. If not, I'll buy a bottle of gin
You're a gin
and
guy.
mixers
Gin
and
is
stuff.
fucking horrible, man. I tried the aviation gin, the Ryan Reynolds one. I just only because like I like the guy. Oh god, it still
Yeah.
just tastes like gin, doesn't it? Really? Funnily enough.
What did you have it with though?
Well, I tried multiple things. Gin and tonic
Okay.
tastes like petrol. Gin and
Okay,
lemonade
so
tastes like diesel. Carry on.
We'll go back one. So the gin and tonic. What's your ratio? Because I'll
Don't
predict.
forget, I used to work at a pub, so I know what the ratio is.
Okay. Well,
Because we used to do
I
little
disagree.
bottles.
I disagree with the standard ratio. Is my point, because
Okay.
people don't like gin and tonic because tonic is really bitter, and people associate that with the gin. This makes me sound like a bit of an alcoholic, but 50-50. 50% gin, 50% tonic.
50-50. Yeah. But then you'd get a bottle, because I
Yeah.
feel like you would, like, basically they used to do little bottles, right? I'm not sure,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they still do them.
Yeah.
I'm not working in a pub in 15 years, whatever. But, and then you just add a little bit of tonic to it at the end, just to kind of like wash it down a bit, or you order another shot of gin and then finish the bottle off,
Yeah. Okay.
depending on
Yeah.
how drunk you want to get. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that ratio
like,
needs to be spot on. Like, if you go more
Alright.
tonic, even I don't like it, but I love a gin and
we're
tonic.
talking by the milliliter. Oh, you're like, if you're 1 milliliter over, you know.
You know how anal I am.
you love it.
know.
So.
Oh god, this just descended.
When you upload a podcast, it says very clearly, "Is this appropriate for children?" And every single time I upload it, I'm like, "I don't think it is. I really don't think it
Fucking
is."
hell.
There'll be a
Just
lot of
joking.
beeping involved.
Yeah, half the fucking podcast at this point. Jesus.
And when we're gonna jump on, it's really hot. I don't want to take it off
That's
either
your
because I haven't got
problem.
anything. I didn't put anything on underneath it. Oh, what
Is
a
it a
dick.
proper woolly jumper as well?
Oh, I went all out expecting you to do the same thing.
Yeah, no.
And I'm
No, dude.
carrying the team.
Your nipples are going to be red.
Look, I'm a big
More
fan
so.
of red nipples. Yeah.
Fair.
I've got a Christmas tree behind me, mate. Not really.
No, you don't.
You don't know.
Don't you lie. I know what that looks like.
It's green. That counts. Food. Let's talk about food. I think roasts are fucking overrated. That's my unpopular opinion.
You're wrong. It's like, right. So a roast dinner is, number one, roast potatoes are the prize of all foods, basically. They're great. I can eat roast potatoes in any quantity. Put a bowl of roast potatoes in front of me, I'll eat them. By themselves, no gravy, no problem, provided they're good. Right? Number two, roast dinner, you're smashing your protein goal. You can have as much protein on that roast dinner as you want, realistically. Just keep slicing the meat, pile it on. And number three, you are getting your vegetables in. And you have to, because you can't have a roast dinner without vegetables.
I do. Look,
Being a
I
sane
agree with
person.
you. I agree with you. Like if the time that year when me and Becca before COVID decided to have Christmas at home, we had our Christmas meal at a local pub, and it was really nice. The reason why I think it's overrated is because the effort that fucking goes into it. Like we're going around my in-laws for Christmas Day, right? She hasn't got enough space in her kitchen to cook it all, so we're cooking half of it at our house. I'm like, that's too much shit going on into this. It's just too
Right.
much. You spend and then you slow
What?
cook it as well. So it's just like, I just can't be fucking asked.
Why does she not have enough room in the oven? Like,
Because
okay,
she's
so
going for 3 different
preparation is
meats. She's going for
required.
3. She's going for turkey, beef, and
No.
God knows what, mate.
No, that's her problem. That's the problem.
That
You are
sounds like a
hedging your
her
bets.
problem.
Yeah, that's a her problem. You are hedging your bets. Like, focus on one. Get one right. Nobody's going to want the other two.
Well,
That's
she's
it.
doing
Simple
that.
as
And she's giving us half the other fucking half of it. She's like, do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, no, fair. I mean, that's just playing it smart, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like the turkey, for example, everyone always worries about how long you have to cook a turkey on Christmas Day. Cook it the night before. Serve the turkey cold, and it will warm up with gravy. And don't skimp on the gravy. There needs to be a lot of gravy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I recently found out it was gluten in gravy. So now I have to buy a special gravy. Like I'm a special person, and I don't like it. But I also like being treated nice and different. So it's one of those things. It's like
You're a precious little snowflake, aren't you?
It's funny when I go around my in-laws, she's like, "I got your own little special gravy." That's what she sounds like, by the way. A bit like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Interesting. I would love it if that's their actual voice. Does she listen to this podcast?
No, if she
Oh,
did,
she should.
I would definitely find out within the next week.
Sam!
I don't think she'd even know how to. Anyway, I should stop there. just in case.
Yeah, we do have to bear in mind that these are on the internet forever.
It is, and
What
I'm going to
scares me
stop there.
somewhat, and this is genuine, like we could be saying something. We tread the line, I would say. It's relatively offensive to some people,
Everything's offensive to
but
some people.
we could,
Christmas is
like,
offensive
in
to
the
some
future,
people.
like, you know how you watch some, like, Friends episodes as an example, and they
Yes.
say some stuff in there that's like, it's really not acceptable by today's standards,
Do you know what I
right?
watched the other day? Come Fly With Me.
Um, one, that's a great show, and I'll not have anyone say anything
You can't
different.
say that. You can't say that anymore.
I can. I don't care. It's a great show. It
Have you seen Avatar 2?
like it's great. It's a great show. But we like in 10 years when we're still plodding away to like 20 odd listeners or whatever we're sitting at, like some of this stuff that we're now talking about could be completely like off the cards.
Oh
There's
yeah,
like
it
people
does
could be
change.
stretching
I
it
don't
out.
know. I think we're at that point now where it's like yeah. No matter what you say, people will get offensive. But a bit like the Ricky Gervais side of it is like it's only offensive to the person if they take it on as their perception.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's like it's on you. If you're finding that offensive, then that's on you, in a way. But
Yeah,
obviously, there are a lot of stuff that you can and can't do for
there's a lot
obvious
of caveats to
reasons.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on from that.
I mean, I
Otherwise,
think yeah,
we're cancelled.
we could rabbit hole with that one, but yeah, I'm okay offending people if I know in myself I'm not being an awful human being.
Yeah,
That makes
this
sense.
hat is really doing my head in. Right, we'll move on to
You
Christmas
made the
shop.
mistake here.
It is. I
You
don't know
made
whether
that
to just take
mistake.
it off. Should I just take it off? Is that like weird
Yeah.
now? I've gone like half-assed. I'm hoping
You've
the
gone
editing
half-assed.
will move will
You're one cheek in, I'm no cheeks.
if I edit that to the point where like my hat's off and then on and then off again. That's just poor editing, isn't it? Really. Anyway, Christmas shop. We'll move on to Christmas shop.
Yeah. How do you have a Christmas shop when you're going elsewhere?
Okay, so food. I like food. Let's start there. We'll always get food in because we're talking about like a whole week, really, aren't we? Between Christmas and New Year,
Yeah.
you kind of want to. You're going to be home for most of it, not just for Christmas
Hmm.
Day, but for Christmas Day. So I'll always get like a load of like nachos in, and then I would also get like loads of alcohol in, and like I like cabanos. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's like a Polish sausage.
That's a Polish sausage. I know
It
exactly what
is.
that is.
Yeah.
I had a housemate at university who was Polish, and he made me try cabanos, and it was great. And I've never bought it since. I don't know why.
Well, it's getting harder and harder to find. Like Sainsbury's used to
Is
do
it?
it, Morrison's used to do it. They don't do it anymore. Tesco's do it, but it's not fresh anymore. So
All right.
it's still okay. I'll still eat it. It's really good. It's high protein, but also high in salt and high in fat. It tastes good.
It's real good.
It is really
Real
good.
good with cheese and
It's
stuff
quite
as well.
expensive.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'm more of a bareback sort of sausage guy. Me, to be honest, just all
yeah,
about
no,
sausage.
I can believe it.
Yeah, I just get a lot of that in. Like very low protein. I like obviously apart from Christmas Day,
Yep.
December. I'll still have my protein shakes and stuff, but December is quite a low protein month when it comes to the ratio. I'll still hit my goal, but I'm
Yep.
eating a lot more carbs than usual, man.
Yep. Do you know, for me, it's the fat that creeps up. It's the fat content. There's a lot of cheese going on. There's a lot of like
Yeah.
fattier cuts of meat. There's a lot of sugar that goes in. I can tell you that much right now.
Oh god, yeah. Chocolate and
Yeah.
sweets.
100%.
Well, more chocolate than sweets. Sweets isn't really a sort of a Christmas thing, is it? More
I
chocolate.
don't know. I flip between nuts and
See, I
like
can't be trusted with nuts, man.
M&Ms.
That sounds like I'm coming out, but I'm not. I can't be trusted with nuts. Do you know what? I'm not sure if it's everyone has the same limit, but I can't eat if I eat more than a certain quantity of nuts. It's a common thing because of the high fat content. Your body can't digest it properly. You get really bad abdominal pains and a lot of really gassy. And I can't be
Yeah.
trusted with food in general. I eat it like I'm a garbage bin, so I can't eat nuts. I can't be trusted.
Is that a common thing?
It is if you Google it. It's quite common, yeah, because nuts have a very high certain
Yeah.
fat content. If you eat it more than you should, it can cause quite serious pains, and it's fucking painful. It literally happened
Okay.
to me last weekend.
Do you get that with all nuts? Because I mean, from personal experience, I eat a lot of cashew nuts, like a lot.
I'm more of a just a peanut sort of guy. I'm like a monkey.
Okay. You should try cashews. Cashews are great.
Yeah, I'm just scared because it's so painful, man. Like,
Yeah.
I should just limit myself, but I don't in life.
No,
In
I mean,
general.
here we are talking a somewhat fitness-related podcast, and we're talking about our lack of self-restraint in any way.
Christmas special.
Yeah, for sure. On that note, I follow a lot of fitness-based people.
Yeah, I know you do, mate. You know, shut the fuck up about it, mate.
Yeah,
Carry on.
that's what you get into when you start personal training with me. And we're talking about this study today.
Is this Christmas related, yeah? Because this is the Christmas special.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So a large amount of fitness-related people I see over the Christmas period talk about. Remember what your goals are. Like restrict yourself over Christmas. Like have one special meal, but then back to your diet. And fuck off.
Yeah.
Like in the nicest possible way. Fuck the fuck off.
Me?
If you are on board the entirety of the rest of the year, you're good. You cannot eat enough calories in one day, and trust me, I've tried, to gain a significant
It's more of a
amount
week,
of
though,
weight.
isn't it? Sometimes it's even a month.
At a certain point, your body will stop absorbing calories for that day. That's it's a thing, right? Your body can't absorb that many calories across the day. In terms
By that you mean you shit yourself? Is that what you're saying?
Correct. You will, and it might not happen that day, but the following day,
that night,
or the day after,
you'll wake up.
It will happen.
And you'll be in a bed of shit.
It'll be firing out of you. So, if you want to eat to the point where you are physically sick, well, it's coming out of you one way or another. So, crack on. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy Christmas. And more importantly, stop following these dickheads on Instagram and Facebook that are saying...
The thing is, as well, is that people aren't even following them. It just comes up, doesn't it?
Oh,
like TikTok, it's just random.
100%.
Yeah. There's a lot of them out there telling them to fuck off as well. So you get the best of both worlds, don't you? You choose to believe what you want to believe at the end of the day.
And I could be one of these people that, would promote my personal training business constantly throughout Christmas and say, really guilt trip people. Oh, you've had a really bad Christmas. Come start with me in the new year. Fuck off. Fuck off.
I'm going to have
Just
to
enjoy your Christmas and eat. Crack on. Drink.
I'm going to have to do a podcast first, Mike, and ask for a pee break. Is that allowed? I've just drank a pint of fucking Baileys, mate. Am I allowed a wee?
I mean, no, piss yourself. Crack on. I might do the same.
I'll be back in a minute. Right, we're back. We are moving on to... Did you have a nice wee?
Yeah, I did actually.
That wasn't on my agenda, but
I mean, that kind of... That. To be honest, I'm glad you brought that up because at some point that was going to be leaving me one way or another.
I know.
I was half considering, can I get my current glass and sort of just like position without you knowing,
That bothers me a bit that you were taking that sort of approach, but we'll move on. Have you ever done that in the car?
With bottle, yeah.
What other thing would you use? A bucket?
Have you seen The In-Betweeners? The can incident?
Oh, no, I haven't, but that sounds painful.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. The next thing on my Christmas list was music. Have you got a favourite song? You're not really into music, are you?
I'm into music. My music taste is probably a bit obscure, though, I would say.
I think we're similar-ish. You're a bit more heavy metal, I think.
I like heavy metal. I like rock.
For a choir boy, that is quite funny.
Yeah, I like classical music as well, to be fair. I don't dislike any genre of music, with the exception of the majority of hip-hop, I would say.
Yeah. I would say the same thing. Majority of hip-hop, yeah. I like hip-hop.
Like, you would not be able to play a Kanye West song to me that I like. You can't find one. How it is.
I would say Gold Digger.
No. Shit song.
No. Ain't nothing but a gold digger.
I mean, Jamie Foxx brings it up a level, but
100%. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to mention, whilst we're talking about everything Christmassy, I put a few stories out this week to see what people were watching, what people are listening to. It caught my eye. I didn't write their name down, so I'm trying to find out what their name was, and I can't because obviously the story's ended. Logistically, I fucked up, but I think I took a screenshot. Yes, you know the guy. F__ is his username.
Okay. Now, before you read
I'm
this
assuming
out,
he's not into Christmas.
I wouldn't say that he is or isn't into Christmas, but I would say lean more towards not. Yeah.
Okay.
Hates Christmas music, I would say. Doesn't belong in a gym, which is where I'm guessing you're going with this one.
Well, I didn't screenshot the song he said, but what's his name? Because I don't know if you will, Frank. Well, to be frank, he's not a big fan of Christmas.
I can believe it. I can.
If you could guess his Christmas movie favorite, I would buy you a £50 Christmas present. You got one guess.
You're really testing me how much I know this boy. I could go one or two. I could go with one or two ways here, right? I could go some kind of horror film because I feel like he would come up with something like that, or I go something very gym related. I'm going to go Pumping Iron.
You're such. Is it? Oh, fucking hell. What do you want for Christmas, Mike?
Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
Fucking Frank, what? I know you. I've got you. I know exactly where you are. Yeah.
What do you want for Christmas,
genuinely?
Mike? Yeah, you're genuinely. And now I've got to fucking spend out 50 quid.
Fuck yeah.
What do you want for Christmas?
You really don't have to. But
okay, fine. No, you don't. That's your last words, mate. That's your last words. I can't afford to anyway. So.
I mean, I'm just really happy I can put myself into other people's brains and just know exactly how they think.
That is so funny. That is so funny. Moving on from Christmas music.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got any funny Christmas stories? And I haven't, so don't ask me.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if I've got really any funny ones. Like, I feel like, especially at our age, when you're spending more time with your family during those short of Christmas times, like, you do end up, there might be a slight argument, especially during the cooking. I find that so stressful, even though I'm never involved in it. Just watching it or witnessing it is such a stressful experience. I'm just like, this is the reason why I feel like it's a bit overrated. Like, every time we spend, even if it's at my parents' house or my mother-in-law's house, it is just like someone's shouting at their husband, and it's like, just over some fucking sprouts. It's not worth it, mate. Like, maybe you've steamed the sprouts for too long. It doesn't fucking matter. No one's eating the fucking sprouts. Like, it doesn't
in the bin. They're awful.
matter. Yeah.
Do you know what? Honestly, I don't think I do. Like, Christmas is relatively tame. I have plenty of other funny stories and stuff that's gone on with families, but Christmas is always like, it's relatively, it's level. Like,
okay,
people don't argue because it's Christmas, which I think is quite a nice thing.
We'll argue the rest of the time. Who's cooking on Monday?
So that would be my wife's mum/stepdad. They do a good roast.
Slash? Like, your wife's mum is your wife's. Sorry. Do you mean your wife and your wife's?
Yes,
I was going to say.
Clarify.
I'm more intrigued. Is this going to be a separate podcast?
Yeah, I'm not even sure how that would logistically work on a family tree. No.
Look, I know you. I know you're around Sheerness a lot, but I didn't realise it was.
I would say in-laws specifically.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know, they do a solid roast, so I'm okay with that.
Solid.
My family actually out for Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. What have you got now? You're mixing.
Oh, you're analysing this too much, mate. I have to mix my drinks, otherwise I don't feel anything. Okay, I'm immune to the same drink. I have to mix it up a bit. I've got ADHD, remember? I get bored easy, mate.
What have you got? Talk to me.
I've just got. It basically is. It's dark fruits.
Okay. Yeah. What? You're actively drinking Strongbow?
Actively? I don't feel very active right now, but yeah.
Like you're choosing to drink that,
mate. It's nice.
That gives me.
The thing is, you're a snob when it comes to everything, but you're a snob when it comes to when it comes to cider.
Well, hold on, like the Strongbow in general gives me like 16-year-old in a field out drinking.
Yes,
when you
and
shouldn't
what's
be,
Christmas
sort of vibes.
about? It's about nostalgic experiences, and I'm currently in a field, and I'm drinking Strongbow. Don't stop me. I'm in front of a green screen. I can be anywhere I fucking want, mate. I'm in the
Yeah.
Sound of Musical. That's how big the field is.
Have you ever tried Frosty Jack cider?
No, because I'm not. I don't stoop that low, mate.
It's
That's not even a
awful, and
field.
I
That's
think
an underpass situation.
yeah, it's awful, and I feel like you need to. So we used to play a game where you used to get a 3 litre bottle of cider, tape it to your hand, zzz, like this. You're taped to a
That is
bottle.
what my dad tells me stories about this, and yet we're the same age. You used to do this as well.
Yeah, I used to do this at university, dude. Like you
I
get
never
taped
went
to
to
a three
uni.
litre bottle of cider, and you have to drink your entire bottle of cider, but you can't go for a piss until it's gone. So one way or another, you're either getting really pissed really quickly, or you're pissing yourself. Is
If
was
I
one
went
or
to
another.
uni, I would definitely be in prison right now. I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, fun fact: one guy I lived with when I was in student halls, so like shared flats, if you like, on the campus. He was the campus drug dealer.
Oh, yeah, there's always one. If there's not one, it's not actually a campus. I don't think. I don't think it
Yeah.
qualifies.
So he before he was going out one night, he invited me into his room to do MDMA. I wasn't overly interested, but he was like, "Yeah, I'm making loads of money from it." He lifted up his mattress and he hollowed out a space in the mattress to store money, and it was just wads of £50
Oh
notes. Like
wow.
we're talking wad. Not that I'm encouraging drug dealing, boys and girls, but it turns out it's quite lucrative.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. As far as I know, he never got caught either. So fair play.
Funny Christmas stories. I guess that's kind of one in a way. Druggies. I'll take that off the
Never
list.
Christmas related, but yeah. There you go. I've got plenty of stories, just non-Christmas related, really.
Oh
Yeah.
mate, we're kind of like through my agenda now. I don't know what you've got. Is there anything that you wanted to share? But I've got like a few Christmas jokes that I wanted to throw on you because the first episode we did, you
Yeah.
came up with some very rude jokes involving pissing on your face.
I tried to scale them, like they increased in level to kind of pitch where.
Oh, I've not. Mine's on anonymous at this point. I don't know if there's a level.
Okay, interesting. Are we
Have
doing this
you?
as a try not to laugh, or
You can try not to laugh, but then if you
okay?
don't laugh, then I feel like I failed as a person.
It's not okay. So I'll
But
clarify
you,
before. It's not that they're not funny, but I am also a couple of drinks in.
okay,
So if it doesn't make me laugh, it's probably shit. So
okay. Well, I didn't like them, so I guess I shouldn't really take offense.
okay,
Yeah,
definitely.
well, I'm not talking. Well, I guess I am. Yeah, have you got any?
What? Yeah, okay, so this is I don't know how to phrase this one. So decorating your Christmas tree. When you were growing up specifically, what did decorating your Christmas tree look like? Like how did that look like family wise? Because I have a very
Oh, it was never a family thing. My mum did it,
okay,
and I came back
yep,
home, and it was done.
okay.
And now, do
Were
you know
you
what? I
ever
prefer
allowed to
that.
help? Yeah. Were you ever allowed to help?
I don't think I was ever allowed to help with anything. Like the amount of times I offered my mum, and by the way, she listens, so I have to be careful. Every year, if I was at my parents or even living with them, I would always offer to help with
Yeah.
dinner. And she'll probably not remember, so she'll probably be listening to this going, "You can fuck right off." But she'll always say no. Always say no.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not. Oh, I have to be careful with what I have to say now. But I feel like it's very like a woman like of the house, woman of the house thing, where it's
It's,
like
it's her thing to do.
no, 100%, 100%. No, that
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
thing, 100%. What I'm also saying though is I'm guilty of it, so I can wave a flag and just say I do things myself, so I can moan about it in the future, or I can hold it against someone like it's like a fucking blackmail. Do you know what I mean? I'm
Oh,
still
now
waving
we're
the
talking
flag.
Christmas. Here we go. This is what I was getting at, and I'm glad you've had the same. I'm glad you said it because it is exactly the same in my household. Like when it comes to decorating a Christmas tree, when I got my own Christmas tree, I didn't know where to start. It's taken a few years to kind of get the
Yeah.
process down. Like you put the Christmas lights on first. It turns out I didn't know that.
Oh, so we've always had a Christmas tree with lights on because that's like Becca's way of doing things. It's always the woman thing. I feel so sexist. We need to get a female guest on again just so we can balance the diversity. But
Yeah.
So when I met my wife, and she is amazing, right? And luckily, she doesn't listen to this podcast, so I can say it as it is. But she has so many fucking ornaments for the tree. She has so many ornaments for the tree. More ornaments than there are branches on a fucking tree.
Right.
And it's just like, what do we do with this? Especially this year, where we've got a kid that walks around and touches everything. Half the ornaments are still up in the fucking attic. What is the point of these ornaments? But every single one of them has a story behind them. But I don't give a fuck. They go on the tree or not. If they're not going on the tree, throw them out, mate.
So,
but they're made out of glass. Why the fuck have you got glass ornaments, mate? Just get a ball from Asda.
Our Christmas tree is filled with random stuff. In the nicest possible way. It's very nice because everything's got from somewhere, and we remember going to this place to buy this thing and all this kind of stuff. But at a certain point, this is for like a few weeks out of a year, and it's taking up considerable space.
Oh yeah, 99% of the time they're in the attic, haunting my fucking nightmares.
And this is the boring pragmatist in me. I honestly, if I could put an entire bag over the Christmas tree and just plonk it somewhere.
I thought you were going to say your wife then. But carry on.
No, that's a very different take. If I could put a bag over the whole thing and just put it into the loft in its entirety and not have to do it in the next year, like I don't see decorating the tree as like this thing that is enjoyable.
I feel like this could be a business. This could be a business venture for us. Sticking a whole Christmas tree in like a bag and then sticking it somewhere.
Yeah.
That's taking up a lot of space, isn't it? And logistically, would that make sense?
Is it taking up much more space, though, than a Christmas tree in a box? There's got to be someone somewhere that you can pay to come in to decorate a Christmas tree, like to a high standard, right?
Oh,
I'm not saying I could do it, but...
Imagine that as a full-time job throughout the year. I don't know how that's going to work.
I mean, it's very much your Christmas income, I suppose, isn't it? But I'm just bad at it. I'm bad at making things look nice.
I am, yeah. That's why, I decorate the side that's closest to the wall. Anyway, Christmas jokes.
Okay, go on. I'm just gonna as is. If it's...
I was gonna say this before saying about Christmas jokes because I wanted to try and we were just talking about the Christmas trees as well. I could have just ended up talking about that. Anyway, as I was paying the cashier for my Christmas tree, he asked, "Are you going to put that up yourself?" I said, "No, I'm putting it up in the living room, mate."
Okay, fair.
Is that one? Wait, are we doing Try Not to Laugh?
Well, I can try that if you like.
Okay, go on then. All right.
I don't. It won't.
This is tame. Okay. This is tame. We'll start tame.
Hold on.
What was that about? Sorry, for the listeners, he brushed his face with his hand and then went serious.
Oh, so you got
Okay, so Mike's bipolar, by the way. Anyway, Christmas.
That don't count.
What's the difference between snowmen and snow women?
Come on.
Snowballs. Yeah. Sorry, that
makes a really good listening. Me trying not to laugh, it turns out.
Yeah. Christmas joke. Why does Santa always have a full sack? Because he only comes once a year. Tame. That was tame. That was very tame.
Yeah.
This one's a bit more...
a very specific sense of humour.
On the raunchy side. What do a train set and boobs have in common?
Yeah.
They're both made for kids, but dads can't resist playing with them. And I failed.
That was close.
I failed. Yeah. The other ones that I found were just a bit too much. I thought you had some as well. I didn't want to have too many. Well, you're complete. I feel like I'm bringing a lot to this episode, and you're bringing fuck all.
Christmas is not my thing, dude.
It really isn't. I'm trying my best.
Fitness, then you want to talk about gym stuff, fitness. I'm all over it, but this is not my thing.
I feel like I've definitely come in into my own with being a parent and Christmas, and now he's he knows, he understands Santa Claus. It's yes. Do you know what Santa Claus loves? He fucking loves Jaeger bombs, and he loves to eat fucking crisps. We'll leave all that out. Because Becca's Rudolph likes carrots. Yes, he does. He also likes a lot of beer and nachos.
I can't wait for your kid to go to school. Now, what did you leave out for Santa? Jägermeister. Beer.
Cocaine. They've got to travel the fucking world. Of course they need these performance-enhancing drugs.
So one question I did have was, and this varies from person to person, I think you'll be surprised by if you talk to some people about this, how long does Christmas last for you?
For me, Christmas never ends. So it all started when I was 2. Christmas starts normally. It normally starts when I turn when my birthday's the 11th of December. Note that down, all the listeners, if you want to send me some gift vouchers. And that's normally when it starts. And normally that's when I put the Christmas tree up. But as you get older, you don't give a fuck about your birthday anymore. So I would say now Christmas starts December and finishes January the 2nd. But really, it kind of finishes when your Christmas decorations go away. So the choice is yours, really. Choice is how lazy you want to be. But you don't really want to go back to work with the Christmas decorations still up, because then it's like a constant fucking thing on your to-do list. So like, I see houses. Do you know that's another bugbear? Sorry to stop you there, Mike. Houses that keep their fucking Christmas tree lights up all year round. You just walk past the house and go, "You lazy." Anyway, I got to beep that now. Move on.
That's the inner counselor in you coming out there. Is
no, it's not.
Christmas lights go up at this point in time.
I walk the dog a lot, obviously, and you walk past houses constantly. And especially now, you've got a child that points at everything. They will go, "Oh, Christmas trees, oh, reindeer." And it's like, yeah, like it was December the fucking 10th, and he's still pointing at pumpkins. I'm like, yeah, moldy pumpkin, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, valid point. But I feel like you're actually at the extreme end of what is Christmas. So, like, I don't think you'd be upset by a Christmas song coming in on the end of November, for example.
I don't think so. But then I think that's just because. So my whole life, not my whole life, but majority of my career has been very peak based. So we've relied heavily on Christmas period. Volume levels go up, deliveries. I've been in the logistics game for quite a long time. So I have to numb the pain of working 24/7 with alcohol and mince pies. A bit like Santa Claus.
Christmas validates that.
Yes. But now I don't really have an excuse because I've kind of almost left that side of thing. But now it's just an excuse. But yeah.
Valid.
What about you?
So for me, I honestly don't feel like today was like the last day of work, if you like. So I'm going in tomorrow morning to do my traditional Christmas workout, which is, it's not really a workout for me. It's more just whoever turns up is getting bullied.
What time's this? What time's this? This is at 9 a.m. I'm really sorry. My wife's at a fucking 9 a.m. Yeah, my wife's at a workout. Otherwise, I would join you.
But yeah, like work is now done, so now it is Christmas mood.
So like, the class tomorrow, is that Metcon?
No.
Okay.
No, so there's no like actual classes that I'm officially rotated for, if you like.
So basically, this is a class of like, if you want to feel better for drinking and eating so much, come to my class.
No, you're going to get battered, basically. Like the whole goal about why I started doing this was I want to wake up on Christmas morning knowing I'm not training, but feeling like I've been hit by a train. I don't advise this as a personal trainer, by the way. This is a bad idea. But like last year, for example, we actually had somebody go to hospital because they basically like split their entire finger. In Boxing Day, they were in surgery. Like, yeah. It was
You're advertising this really well, Mike. Keep going.
I know, it's great. It's real good. Yeah, I do it for it's about a 3-hour workout. So it's up there, but it's nothing too crazy. But yeah, it's like whole body. And yeah, I just want to wake up on Christmas morning like broken, basically.
So all that protein recovers you. That's kind of the thing then, what you're going for.
The calories, and I've earned my Christmas then. It's like, I've done my hard work. I can chill. You know?
I do fully understand what you mean. I do fully understand. I'm very likely. What's funny is that Becca, my wife, she assumed I was going to the gym Christmas Day.
Okay.
So I wasn't really thinking about it. And I'm like, well, I'll just go then. Because like, by the time I'm back from the gym, they're still sleeping anyway. So it doesn't really impact anyone. Yeah. Unless they bump into Santa Claus, that'll be a bonus. We'll leave the Christmas episode there, I think. I think we've covered a lot of Christmas shit, haven't we?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there for sure.
The next episode will not be next week. We're going to take a week off. Probably still eating turkey and pickle sandwiches, I'd say.
If there's any left over, for sure.
If there's left over, then they're going to be mouldy. But why not? Calories are calories. Shits are shits.
Christmas turkey curry.
and we'll move. Yeah, we'll see you the week after. We'll have a good old catch up, and then hopefully, Mike, you got a guest for us. If not, then you're letting us side down again.
I will drop them a message. I'll get it sorted. Don't you worry about that.
But the expectation, no, the intention is to have one on, one off when it comes to guests. So like every other week we'll have a guest. We've had some feedback recently that you prefer just us chatting, so we're kind of reviewing that plan. What was that? What was that?
Just gloating.
Gloating. I talk more than you, so I think I should be gloating.
Listen, I mean,
you don't even bring fucking any. I brought the jokes. I brought the agenda. You bring fucking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big enough person to not be proud of the fact that people like just us two talking.
Yeah, but we're talking 4 people.
I'm okay with it.
Oh, you're okay with that?
It's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's
We're not going to get many advertisements for 4 people. That's quite a niche.
Leave it with me. I'm going to start an OnlyFans for hairy feet and go from there.
Hairy feet.
Trust me, that'll get some listeners.
And next episode we're talking about hairy feet.
we need to discuss OnlyFans. It's not a Christmas related thing, but we need to discuss it at least.
Oh, as in like us going on there? Because I'm not going on there.
No, I mean fair, but if there was
I know there's a type for everyone, but I'd say
if I can make some money off hairy feet, I'm all for it. Like I'll be there, you know.
And on that topic, we're gonna leave it there.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, hairy feet. Right, thanks for listening, guys. If you're still listening, massive thank you. Please leave us a rating and review.
Why?
Oh, yeah, and why? Please leave us a rating and review on Spotify. Follow us on Instagram, betweensets.podcast. It would be greatly appreciated. Do you know what? One thing that I would really appreciate, what would be an amazing Christmas present for myself and Mike and the Between Sets podcast, just share yourself listening to the podcast. Take a screenshot on your phone. Take a photo of if you're playing us in the car on the Echo. I won't say the A word because it will set a few things off. Just take a photo and send it and tag us in. I'd really appreciate it. The more listeners that we get in 2024, the more likely it will be that we continue our weekly podcast. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for listening. And more importantly, have a good fucking Christmas, guys. Drink as much as you want, eat as much as you want. One whole day, and then the following day on the toilet. Why fucking not?
Get it out, yeah. Back to the gym. Boom. Done.
Boom. Save those New Year's resolutions for the new year. Right.
Christmas cookies.
Yeah. Put the cookie down and then put it back in your mouth again and eat it. Now. Merry fucking Christmas. Bye. See you in 2 weeks, guys. Bye.